politicians is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Syracuse Orange and the Boston College Eagles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Hey guys, the Eagles head coach told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it ends right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Boston College's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with...
Caught, and he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Sets his feet. It's McKenzie. Quickly to the tight end. Let's take an overall view of Boston College. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just a complete misfire. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to throw again. Under pressure. Working the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to get the first through the air. And to get rid of it quickly. Unloads in the nick of time.
There's no substitute for experience, and the QB did the right thing there. 3rd and short in field goal range. Can't take a negative play, can't turn it over. Just throw it away. Now, if you want to kick a field goal, you've got that opportunity.
They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's going to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Jelly on the play action. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Throwing and Jelly. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
Again, it's Angeli. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. Steve Angeli throws to the tight end. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Unloads to the wideout. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he gets rid of it.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early.
Snags it, and there's running room. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Angelic. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella to football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the...
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown.
Number 47, set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Looking downfield, it's McKenzie. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Burrowing for yardage. They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College. Offense in a bunch formation. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Wants to throw on first. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Eagles are threatening on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Golden Eagles! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They go play action with Angelic. Left side, it's Miller. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Second and long here. Throwing Angelic. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On third and long, they need a big completion. Back's got it on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. The Orange will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's going to get loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's McKenzie. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second down, gonna throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Eagles! Fit it in the window for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quick completion on the out route. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Steve Angeli firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Angeli from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short. Defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Rushes on. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Got it behind the line. It's Weaver. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. From the gun on third down, Steve Angeli. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to...
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. To the air. It's McKenzie. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Eagles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on first down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Look out! Just got rid of that one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Dead center perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. From the gun, it's Miller. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Pulls it. Here's some daylight. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To throw, it's McKenzie. Fires to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Second and long here. They just keep firing. This time on target. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his target. Touchdown, Boston College! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense...
It's a fumble! Recovered by the defense, and he's off!
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
First play of this drive. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. Going for the big play. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Eagles. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Miller with the ball. Knocked down immediately.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And Jelly to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Orange. A great catch and run for 6.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The run inside. It's Dickens. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Looking to throw, it's McKenzie. Fires left. Pulls it in. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Press center downs going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They want to throw it. He's got the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boston College. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Hey, guys, here on the orange sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And Jelly. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Oh, pressure's coming. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, on the Eagles sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
All right, Holly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Selling the fake. They're all over him. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, the defense defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted to stop the threat. Sets his feet. It's McKenzie. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Eagles come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got him this time. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Wants to throw on 1st. Right down the middle. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And the extra point was good to finish things off. From deep, it's Stokes. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your